Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another Tuesday night watch chat at the Bobby Legs channel. I've taken the last couple Tuesdays off. My apologies. But I have been making the Friday streams. Yeah, life happens, right? And things come up, and sometimes I can't make the show. I apologize. I will be going away in the next few weeks, so hopefully some of our friends at the Bobby Legs channel can make up and do some Rebel streaming, hopefully. Um, anyway, what are you guys wearing on wrist? I got the Seiko SNR 035. Love this watch. It's been great. I've had it for about a couple weeks. It's been really hard to wear anything else on wrist. I look forward to taking this when I go away um, on vacation soon. I'm hoping that my sound is okay, guys. I think I am. I think it's going good. But anyway, yeah, a lot of things going on, and a lot of people getting watches. Love to see that. New releases coming out. We'll talk about some. And any kind of questions you guys have, please put them up on the chat. I'd love to help answer it. Got really nothing planned today. Hoping that a couple people will join on and tell us about some good news. Anyway, let's say hello to some people, right? Um, Bill, how you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday, guys. Uh, Rob here. Hi, guys. Feeling green tonight. I put the invite, Rob, if you want to come on and talk about it. Hey, Wilson, what is up? Kevin S. is here. Bobby Legs State of the Watch World tonight. Okay, okay. Let's do it. Hey, Marceau is here. Kevin S. Better than the State of the Union address. Oh, that's right. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, that's right. There's a State of the Union address going on this evening. I don't know. I think me and Joe, we pretty much have the same type of flow when we speak, right? There's a lot of stumbling going on. Anyway, hey, Time Hill. Hey guys, great to be here with you. Teach, what is up? State of the Seiko. Yeah, right here, right here. Uh, awesome, awesome. The intern is off tonight. I mean, when does that guy work? Now he's negotiated Tuesday nights off, and then like every other Friday he has off now. So he's only working like two streams a month apparently. This intern. Hey Keith, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. Um, Scrolling down here. Hey, Justin's here. He is strapped in. Hey, good. Oh, Wolfie. I thought you were. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, the invite is in the chat if you want to join in. I totally forgot that you were still in town. I don't know why I thought you were also away. Um, Sympathy for the bezel. You guys ready to get this? Yeah. Little Ronnie Munn there. Echo. Yeah. Hoodie is in effect for sure. I had the Adidas hat on, but then like the glare, the reflection on the glasses, it didn't quite work. Hey, Amin, what is up? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. You're always more than welcome to join in. Has the intern sobered up? I don't know. I think he's been partying all throughout the weekend. I think now Tuesday night is the new Sunday night for him, right? I mean, like he's like, you ever party on Friday and Saturday nights, and then by Sunday you're laying on the couch and you're just drinking Gatorade and just like eating like the crappiest food because you just like feel like you're so hungover and crap and feel so crappy, you know what I mean? And just like watching TV, and then you happen to fall asleep at 8 because you've been up, crazy hours of the night on Fridays and Saturdays. Is that just me? Is that just me? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Caliber is here. What is up? How you doing? Scott is wearing the Santos this evening. Good to see that. Watch, love the Santos. Happy Tuesday, James. Yeah, yeah. Um, Mez9 saying, howdy, Watch Evil. What is going on? Kevin S is wearing the Grand Seiko SBGR 305 today. Grand Seiko, Kevin. That's what the S stands for, by the way. It's Seiko. Um, Jeffrey O'Neill. Hey, Bobby. Love the Seiko. Ready to go here in Perth, Australia. Tudor black base ceramic on wrist. Love that watch. Excellent. Um, James Duffy also wearing a Grand Seiko. I bet you that on the stream, on the chat of the Bobby Leg stream, more Grand Seikos are worn than any other watch. Any other watch. I guarantee it. The SBGJ 213 on tonight. Sound is good. Thanks for verifying, guys. I know I'm just catching up with the chat. Is Bobby going on vacation to Australia? No, I thought Wolfgang was back this week over there. That's why. How does the SNR compare to the MM300? Well, so the SNR, this is titanium, right? So it feels much lighter than an MM300. It's also, I believe, bigger in case diameter. And the MM300 is slightly smaller, just slightly smaller case diameter wise, but the dial feels a lot smaller on the MM300 than it does on this watch. But it's a totally different feel. It's a totally different, that's that MM300. That's a dive watch. That's like a serious professional dive watch. You know what I mean? And so it has that feel and look, and that's what I love about it. It's heavy. Again, this is like totally different feeling on wrist. It's almost like I forget that it's there. It's not like incredibly light, but it's very, very light for what it is. My eyes play tricks on me because I feel like it should be a lot heavier on wrist. When I wear it, I'm like, wow, how is this so light? You know? Oh, we have our friend Dib joining us on the stream. Dib, how are you?
Doing well.
Yeah, very,
Like
very. Oh,
all right.
yeah, yeah. Sounds like there's a fire alarm at Dib's house. Okay, hopefully he'll come back to us. Ms. 9, the 60s Accutron tonight, humming away. Excellent. Very nice. Hey, Stefan. What's going on here? Nice to see you. Got the Seiko SPB 213 on tonight. Very nice. Navy blue monster. Colin wearing the BLRO. Very, very nice. Hey, Dib, what are you wearing tonight?
Um, wearing my I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, the
The
Christopher Ward?
Lucerne, yeah, the Lucerne Blue Christopher Ward Sealander, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very nice. Hey, are you wearing a little gel in your hair, man? Looking good. I like it.
No, it's not gel. It's not gel.
Okay, okay. All
I
right.
mean, it's 9 o'clock in the night. Why would I wear gel on my
No, no,
hair?
no. Hey, I don't know. Maybe you went out to eat or something like that, and you're just getting back home. You're a young guy. Why not? Why not wear gel? I think when I was your age and I still had hair, I wore gel in the hair. I'm just saying, it looks good. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. Um, BJ's here. Hey everyone, wearing the Pelagos 39 tonight. Very nice. Um, Scrolling down here, yeah, Rob MST had himself a day. I don't wanna give it away, right? I'll let him come on. Hopefully he's getting dressed or whatever he does before he comes on. But hopefully he can make it this evening and let us know. Intern is slacking. Has made Bobby like, I need a vacation for sure. Um, hey, Alex is here. What is up? What's going on? Anish is here. How you doing, sir? Mr. Cassioke. Good evening to you. What are you wearing on wrist, Mr. Casio? Is it a Casio? Stefan is wearing his Square MRG B5000. Nice, very nice. Um, yeah, we have to have a heart to heart with that intern. One of these days, Dib, he's gonna show up on the stream, and we're just gonna have to like give him a talk. I mean, like in your industry, I mean, you have interns, right? I mean, like when you went into the office, there were interns there, right? I mean, like, how did you bring them aside and show them the way? Try to give them some guidance, Dib, or no?
Honestly, I don't think my teams, like all the teams I've worked in, they have ever had interns.
Hmm.
But we have had junior engineers. Yeah, I mean, kind of showing them the ropes. Hey, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep my coffee hot. You know, don't let the
That's never
project
that
managers
never
in.
happened. That never happened, right? I mean, like I know that
Yeah, yeah, that never
and
happened.
yeah, I mean, like I used to, have we used to have interns all the time, and no, they never got us coffee. I don't know. I mean, I guess those days are long gone, right? I mean, that never happened, but it's always fun to say, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
my motto was keep the project managers at bay, and you'll have a nice life. I'll have a nice life. I won't
mm,
make your life difficult.
yeah,
So
yeah. Wei Ben is here. How you doing, Wei Ben? Nilo, what's up, Nilo? Um, yeah, we may need Mr. Time Hell to speak to him. For sure. Ken Spirit wearing the OP and the PRX tonight. Honeymoon with the Kama suit is over. So that's an interesting combination, the OP and the PRX. Very nice. Very nice. Justin doesn't wear a GS. You might be like the only one here. I mean, I don't currently own one now, but you, Justin, you may be the only one here who doesn't have a Grand Seiko. Um, yeah, that SBGA 213 is awesome. Um, JJ is here. What's going on? Wei Ben said, I will join the GS club wearing the Shunbun. Very, very nice. Nilo wearing the 857. No GS yet. Okay. All right. So maybe I was exaggerating a little bit. Um, hey, there's Rob. What's going on? Rob, let me just finish saying
Hey,
hello to everybody, and then we, wanna circle back to you here.
sure.
Um, Keith is wearing the MM300. The MM300 is a man's watch. That's why I don't have one. It totally is. It totally is a man's watch. Let's say. Oh, and Dan wearing his Longines Spirit Pioneer, a great eBay find by Dan. Um, yeah, how come Dib does look very young today? Um, okay. Let's see here. Colin's currently offering and counter offering with Watchbox. Greedy bastards. I miss Colin. Why? Colin, you got to come back on, man. You know, and well, if you were successful with Watchbox, hopefully you will, and let us know how it went. Okay, Scott saying he doesn't know GS. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Exaggeration, guys. All right. I mean, but it feels like everybody is wearing a GS. Okay, all right. No GS here. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Rob, have you ever owned a Grand Seiko?
Nope, that's one box I haven't checked off yet.
Yeah, yeah. But is it a box that you want to check off?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think
maybe
you?
a dress watch.
Okay, okay. Well, look, I'm glad you were able to join on, and I'm glad we got Dib here. Last time you were here, right? You were talking about. I believe you had mentioned, right? I can swear that you mentioned that you were
Yeah.
hopeful to picking up another Rolex from the AD. Now, what was that watch that you were talking about?
Well, I ended up getting the call today, so I can show it to you first
Well,
and then tell you
let's
all
see
about
it.
it.
Yeah, yeah, boom. All right, I'm gonna
All
give you
right.
center screen. Oh, very
congrats,
nice.
Rob. That's great. I'm
Here it
sure your
Congrats.
is.
heart to heart with the CEO went very well. I hear that's the preferred method to getting a Rolex from a certain store. I think you did good.
So how long ago was that? Were you on stream? It was like like 2 or 3 weeks ago. No, I was, or was it like a month ago? I forget.
Yeah, I think it was before the new year. I
Okay.
hopped on
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
asked, "Hey, what are you thinking
Right.
about for next year?" And I said,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Well, I am on a list for a green, um, Cermet or
Mm-hmm.
Starbucks. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but
Yeah.
yeah, green.
That.
My AD called it a green Submariner. He didn't give
Yeah.
me a
Yeah.
nickname.
No. No. I think they try to, like, that's happened to me too at the boutique. Like, they don't call it like a Pepsi, or they don't
Right.
call it a Batman. I don't know if that's like a mandate, from their managers, or from Rolex, but they don't call them by their nicknames. But look, so you came on before the new year. You're saying you're hopeful. You're on a list for the sermon. Um, let's talk. Let's try to give some people some hope here, right? We've heard nightmare stories, about waiting lists at Rolex. How long did you wait for that call?
So I was on the wait list for this one for a year and a half.
Okay. Okay.
From my last AD purchase, which was the Explorer 2 Polar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had just bought the Polar
Hmm.
and then said, "Hey, yeah, I think I waited a couple days, but the next time I was in, I said, "Hey, let's just put me down for a green Submariner for giggles."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So now, in that year and a half that you were waiting, what was your strategy with that AD? Did you reach out to them every so often? Did you go in? Did you text? Like, what was it?
yeah, no, I probably went in twice a month.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
so the mall's pretty nearby. It's probably 20 minutes from my house, 30 minutes from my house. And so it's one of the nicer malls in the Denver area.
Hmm.
And so if my daughter wanted to go, I'd be, "Oh yeah, let's go, let's go." So I knew I'd be able to stop in and say hi to my AD. So
Yeah.
always would go in, would always just talk about the Colorado Avalanche and
Yeah. 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 Sure.
cars. It didn't have to be about watches,
Yeah.
but the fact that I kept going in and
Hmm.
just talking
Hmm.
and being nice, and he was
Yeah.
being nice.
Yeah.
That's what does it. I mean, he mentioned today that he gets people that walk in and say, "Hey, my friend told me I should get this Rolex,"
Yeah.
and then and and he's like, "Okay, but you know." So they don't go far. They don't go
Yeah.
far on the list.
Yeah.
He said there was another guy that came in who said, "I've been on the waiting list for 2 years," and he said, "And who are you?" Because he put his name on the list and like didn't
Mm.
come back for two
Mm.
years.
Yeah.
So you got to go in. You've got
Yeah.
to be nice,
Mm.
strike up conversations, and just talk about things other than watches. And you
Yeah.
can throw watches in every once in a while too.
Sure.
Um, I did, for Christmas and New Year's, I'd give my AD like a Starbucks gift card,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just to show him appreciation for what
Yeah.
he's done for me, and I
Yeah.
consider him a friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And remind them that you're waiting for a Starbucks. That's a nice little touch. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So then it pays to go in there and just make sure they don't forget you, basically,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um,
Simple
did
as that.
you would you talk about like your yourself as a watch collector too? Like, I know you didn't really talk about watches like all the time, but
Yeah.
did you talk about your collections with them,
When
and
I
where they watch people? You know?
Yeah, when I first went in, I was wearing my Seiko Pogue, and
Hmm.
I said, "Hey, have you heard about this watch?" Well, this watch went up on the Skylab in 1973, and I basically just talking about watches initially. He knew that I was a watch guy, so he knew
Yeah.
I wasn't a guy off the street saying my friend says I should get this watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you gotta talk the business too initially
Yeah.
to let them know that you it's a collection or it's a hobby for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you had mentioned, and Andres is asking, did you purchase something? You purchased a year and a half ago. You purchased an Explorer 2. Did they
Yep.
do they sell other brands there or jewelry, or was
Yeah.
there anything else that you bought
So
as
this was
well?
with Hyde Park in the
Hmm.
Cherry Creek Mall. I had zero purchase history with
Mm-hmm.
them with my first Rolex purchase, which was a Polar.
Mm-hmm.
And again, same thing. I,
Mm-hmm.
talked shop with them, friendly. I went on a Hawaiian vacation. I went spelunking. I took a picture of me
Nice.
spelunking, sent it to him, said I really could have used that Polar that day. And there was, again, I've repeated this before, but it was a big birthday for me that year. And I said, hey, if you could pull some strings,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd really appreciate. It'd be a neat way to celebrate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just gotta keep going in and being
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Dib, do you approve of this methodology? Uh,
It works,
Uh,
Dib. It
it
works.
works. Well, I've been going into my local mayor's. I don't know, every month. Well, to be honest, it's down at the downtown mall, and I go there anyway.
mhm.
So, I go in, show my face, and then sometimes send pleading messages, snippy messages. It's a whole range of emotions. So the last one was
Mm.
a bit snippy from my end, like, dude, come on, I've been waiting for a year and 3 months now. When am I
Oh,
going to see the cheese? You know. So
yeah. No, I had nothing like that. Um, Nothing but positive vibes from me.
the
Yeah.
problem is I'm an individual who doesn't thrive on positive vibes. The more the negative, the better it is, because I can, it's easier to manipulate negative emotions than positive emotions.
Mm,
But yeah, I mean, it'll, if it comes, it comes. If not,
yeah.
I'm not going to die. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
$12,000, right? I mean, you know that I'm waiting for a Pepsi
Right.
on Jubilee, because I really don't want the oyster. Like,
Hmm.
if they presented the oyster to me, I'm like, all right, I'll take it, because I don't know if I'll get the Jubilee again. So
Yeah.
please don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I keep buying Grand Seikos, and I recently bought the Peacock. So we have two mayors in my town, and my sales lady works at the one downtown. So I went to the local mayor's store, and like, they also had a peacock, coincidentally. So the sales guy there was like, "Hey, why did you not buy it from us?" I'm like, "Because you don't give me anything. You start giving me stuff, I'll give you stuff. It shouldn't be the other way around. The market is falling. You know,
Yeah.
again. First of all, I did not know that they had the peacock there,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but that's what I told him. I was
Mm,
honest. It's just that, I know people who referred, like people higher up the chain, or who are heavyweight customers. They referred somebody, and in 3 weeks' time, that person gets a,
mm,
hard to get Rolex, and here I
yeah.
am with no purchase history, and here I am waiting for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So it is
So
what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, I'd rather buy more Grand Seiko. Bobby, you know that I bought another one.
Mm, yeah.
So it's coming in,
Yeah.
hopefully
Well,
soon.
look, I mean, it sounds like there's like what I'm getting at from Dib and from Rob. There's more than one way to go about it, right? And I think the thing that I'm getting from the two of you is that whether you do it if you're more positive and if you're more snippy, you're showing up at the
yeah.
store and you're visiting and you're getting yourself out there, and I
I'll
think
tell
that's
you
key.
this, Rob. The
Yeah.
moment I walk in, my sales lady suddenly disappears. There's that Indian who comes in and bothers me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like where's my Pepsi? Please, please,
Well,
leave.
maybe they'll just get you one so you can just leave them alone. Maybe that's their strategy. Rob, Deech wants to know, curious, what is else on the list, if anything. Now, before you
Mm.
answer that, do you, if you have something in mind, did you already start laying the groundwork, or do you wait like a month or two before you do?
Uh, well, I learned today,
Yeah,
and the
you talk
intern,
to him more than I do.
yeah, yeah. He got me my coffee, and I said, "Hey,
Oh, he got you coffee.
hey,
Okay.
look at the watch. What do you think?" And
Yeah.
I asked him how soon can I ask for the next watch, and he said immediately. Always have, always have something in the hopper.
Yeah.
So I played around with mentioning a Daytona,
Hmm.
Yes.
um, but I didn't make it official.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah. Just
just
plant the seed.
let's let's focus on the Submariner today.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's mention let's mention the Daytona, and because I mean I don't want to
That's the
buy
is that
one
the end
right
game?
away anyway.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the next
Mm,
stage.
yeah. Makes sense.
I've got the Pepsi, I've
Hmm.
got the Cermet,
Yeah.
and I think that's the next stage.
Yeah.
I might go for a date just though.
Hmm. Classic. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. If you were gonna go date just, I assume it would be 41, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what dial color
Blue
combination?
dial,
Blue dial.
blue to
Yeah.
dazzle, Jubilee bracelet.
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
the best one.
yeah.
So yeah,
Very, very nice. Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
got to put the brakes on. Got to put the
Oh yeah,
brakes
yeah,
on.
yeah. Well, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of like, if there's one thing about chasing Rolex, right? At the AD or the boutique, you definitely have enough time between purchases, right?
Hmm.
So
Oh
like,
yeah,
as long as that's your main focus and you're not like getting distracted with other pieces, obviously it depends on your economic situation. Um, but if you're in that position where you could, purchase one every few years, and that's your game, I don't want to say game, but if that's the way you want to, accumulate
yeah.
um, Rolex. I mean, that's not a bad thing because that gives you enough buffer time, right, to save, right,
Yeah,
to recover from the one that
it's
you just bought.
it's a healthy way to collect
Yeah, 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 yeah,
instead of financially ruining
yeah, yeah.
method. Yeah,
Yeah, and look, we don't condone people, to go and spend beyond their means. This is all just pure entertainment.
yeah,
No financial advice, etc. Just
right.
do what you can for sure. All right, let's catch up with the chat a little bit here, and see if they have any questions for you, Rob. Um, James, I pulled the birthday card with my ID with no
Oh,
success. I gotta admit, so the guy that I got the
was
AD
it a big one? Was it a big
for
birthday?
for James, I don't know, but for me, my 50th is coming up in May,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when I picked up the Air King early last year, almost a year ago this time, I was already planting the seed with the guy, with my sales. I'm like, listen, and I'm sure he's heard this many a time. It's a big
Hmm.
birthday next year, and that kind of stuff. The only thing that scares me is that every once in a while I'll text him, and I haven't no communication back from him,
Ooh,
and yeah, and I should go. I should show my face more. You do need an appointment there,
um,
which makes it challenging. And then it's just like,
yeah,
I don't have I don't have as much free time to do that.
yeah. That's
Um,
hard to set up an appointment to go in and say hi.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't
And
just do the drop in, right?
right,
Um, Kevin S says, "Don't give people any hope. Rolex at retail is completely hopeless."
no, no,
I
it's
don't.
not.
I think he's kidding. I think Kevin's kidding. Um, At this point, I think my best shot at getting a new Rolex is called smash and grab. Look, look, I think look, I thought that was the case. I thought it was going to be even for the Submariner, right? That it would be like nearly impossible. But I, from the time Amin made the introduction to someone that he knew at the Rolex boutique. I got my Submariner in 7 weeks, right? And
Yeah.
then when I went to the boutique near me looking for an Air King, the previous model, uh, I went in like December of 2020 and no, December of 2021 and got the Air King in March of 2022. Okay, so Air King, I get it, not as popular as the Submariner. A buddy of mine wanted a Submariner date. I made him the introduction to the
Hmm.
guy at the Rose Boutique. He got his Submariner date in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than I got my Submariner no date. So
Yeah.
it's possible. It's possible.
Hmm.
You just have to go try, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Always have to have one in the hopper, like the
Yeah,
intern said.
yeah, yeah.
And start
Conveniently,
off start off reasonable.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like you said, you
yeah.
started off with an Air King, the Submariner. I mean,
Even a Submariner, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are reasonable
Mm-hmm.
entry level
Mm-hmm.
Rolexes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I would recommend. Start off
Yeah,
with a, Datejust,
yeah,
and just start your history.
yeah.
And yeah,
Tip, what do you think? I mean, like, how long it took you a while to get your sub, correct? But at the time that you got it, it was
Uh,
like the market was just nuts, right? It was
I
just
I got my sub. So the redesigned sub came out in when
mhm.
2020.
The 41.
So, yeah, the
Um,
41 came out in September of 2020.
yeah.
wow, has
So
it
I
been that
got
long?
mine in October. Now I was on the wait list since like the AD I got it from. I was on the wait list since Feb. So let's say 8 months ish. And I bought four Seikos from him. That's about it. So do I believe that it's impossible to get a Rolex? No, you can. Just it just depends on the model, and it sucks. But I think what Rolex needs to shift to is a longer model. Like you can't get an Odysseus unless and until you buy a longer one, a
Mm-hmm.
Saxomat, like a Saxomat, or like or a Datograph. I mean, go up. At
Mm,
least that way, I know what the expectations are instead of it being tangled around saying, oh, we might get you one.
mm,
So if Rolex moves to that where like to get a Pepsi, you need to get a OP and a Datejust or a OP or an Air King. I'm fine with it.
mm.
It is a game. You either play it or you don't, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
So I think they should move to that. Uh, in regards to going to the store, twice a month, because I saw Andres, putting up a comment saying he'd be disturbed by someone coming into the store twice a month. I used to think that was, valid, but then I met my local friends at my local watch group, and I mean, if I go on a Saturday or a Sunday to the downtown store, I usually see somebody there, just
mm-hmm.
hanging around, like again, like they have so many customers, right? It
Yeah.
does help if there's some FaceTime to it. Even if you go there and annoy them, like I do, but I think that's not a bad strategy. You know,
Yeah, I mean, they probably see
Yeah.
so many people they don't even realize that you've come in twice a month. You know what I mean? But you're always in the back of their minds, like, oh yeah, I know Rob, I know Dip. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
really, do they come once a month or twice a month? Because so many people probably come in there, right? And then
Yeah.
they deal with so many people who are either rude or uninformed. And so when you get a couple nice guys, even with Dib's little saucy personality, they'll still remember you. James is saying his AD told him to just email in and check in, which sounds like he doesn't need my business. He's right. Yeah, my guy, the guy that I got that I went to last, he told me just to text him or email him that he doesn't necessarily won't necessarily get back to me right away. But they offered that. They said, do that. Just do that.
Hmm.
I mean, just text me. Okay. But I think face to face is, I got to show my face a little bit more.
Yeah. You got to be
Chaz.
careful on the weekends. So because in they're in the repetitive pattern of telling
Mm-hmm.
people the story of why they can't buy a Rolex.
Yeah, yeah.
That it's their busiest
Mm,
time.
yeah.
So if you
That's a
do
good
go in
point.
on the weekends, keep it short.
Mm-hmm.
Just give a wave or like, hey, fist bump and say, hey, you know, hope you survive the weekend.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like I know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep up the smile
yeah.
and just keep it short.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good advice. Stefan saying it doesn't matter at the end if you get a Rolex or not. It's just a watch, and if you need that to be happy, you got other problems. All right, well, fair.
Honestly, for
They're just
me,
watches.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than the watch. I know, especially with a big corporation like Mayors, sometimes the decision is not in your hands. It's being it's being managed by somebody higher than them.
Mm,
I just go in, say hi, if they have some time, talk for 5 minutes and then get out. That's about it.
yeah,
It's like not every time that I go in that I'll say, "Hey, where's my Pepsi?" Even though it's a running meme now in my watch group, like, "Oh, that dude, like Pepsi guy."
yeah.
But
Hmm.
and I did the same thing in India too. Like, I got a Grand Seiko from the Seiko boutique, and I go in, and obviously, in India, not a lot of people are buying Grand Seikos in my city. So I just, like, I'm like, do you
Mm,
have some time? Let's chat. And he tells me about his wife and his kid. Then he's asking me advice like, all right, what do I teach the kid? So he
yeah,
goes to the US like you. I'm like, I don't know, study
yeah,
something.
yeah,
So I just like talking to people, I guess.
yeah, yeah. And you're good at it, Deb. Deech is saying that Rob, you and him are on the same path, but you are seem to be winning the race. Hey, we're all winners here, Deech. Um,
Thanks, Deej.
Rob is way too manly for a Daytona. That's what
Man,
Wolfgang thinks.
that Wolfgang is really,
You
I can't
you
say the
might be
word,
right.
but he gender. There's no gender fluidity in that man. Like he's not of this generation. He's like man, woman. Like what is man? What is woman? Like come on.
Oh, stop getting so existential, Deb. Yeah, we don't want to hear your. We want to hear more hot takes, Deb. Not not your views on gender. Come on, man. Come on, Deb.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sympathy for the bezel. It's not easy being a luxury good salesperson. Agreed. You are judged by your closing ratio, and you have to make educated guesses as to who's legit and who's a stroker. I got to tell you, man. I mean, like, um, I'm not. I would never want to be a Rolex salesperson. You know what I mean? Like, just in this age, right? In the last couple of years, right? I mean, like,
Hmm.
having to deal with um, people who just get annoyed, people who think they could just come in and get whatever watch they want. Now, look, I mean, most cases with most goods, you can do that,
Hmm.
and I think a lot of people just that they deal with don't realize that, and it can get. I've heard some stories, man. I've heard some stories. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. My specialist today was saying, thank you. I was like, you're thanking me? And he said, yeah, I should be the one thanking you and talking you into buying my goods.
mm-hmm.
It used to be that way.
Mm,
And I said, wow, you ever
yeah.
think it'll go back to that? And he said, no, I don't. I don't think
Yeah.
it'll ever go back to being that
Interesting.
way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Joey B. Hey, what's up, Joey? Andres with the salty take for 10K. I want my being like not the opposite. All right. And
FYI,
Dib,
I did
Some
not
Dib,
say that.
establishments that you can get that done.
I did
yeah.
I did say that though.
That's how Gen Z communicates these days. Dib. Oh, I had to put that up. 45th B day means nothing, so I told my ID he has 5 years to get me an OP 36. You'll get that, James. You'll get that, James. But like 45 doesn't really mean anything. It's 50, right? 50. You'll get there. Hope we get there slowly. Stay 45, man. Stay 45. Um, Kevin says, good strategy. Just get him mad and then at them, Dib. Also known as pawing it.
It worked for him. I mean, he got his Explorer, right? He
Yeah, yeah.
yelled at the AD and he got his watch.
Mm,
Chris J just got a tutor. Congratulations, Chris. Which
Congratulations,
tutor?
yeah.
Chris.
Which tutor? Please let us
Which
know.
one?
Um,
Oh,
Jay
I'm
says
guessing
some.
it's a Pelagos.
Oh,
I'm
the
saying it
39.
right.
Yeah.
Pelagos
Oh, oh, yeah,
39.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The intern gets upset like when you say it the wrong way. Um,
Yes. I
he's
was
like,
told by the
it's after
intern the other day.
it's named after the Pelagos archipelago or whatever. Like, um, someone at my local rib bar just picked up an AP Royal Oak Chrono at retail. Wow, interesting. Um,
Wow.
Kevin S says, "How do you know what I don't have? Wait, how do you know that
I
I don't have
think
an Explorer dip?" Okay,
that was
sorry.
a side conversation. So
Oh,
I
okay,
think
okay.
I was talking about the Explorer 36, but Kevin has the 39. So
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Colin is saying definitely need to get to know the AD. They need to know your name when you walk in.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the key.
yeah.
That's the key.
John Andreessen saying, "I'll wait for a handmade watch." Yeah. Joey B, I'm not playing the AD games anymore. He says, respect to those who do, but if you want a Rolex, I'm going second hand. Lots of deals out there right now without the games. Joey, not playing games. Not playing games. His Eagles are playing a game this weekend, though.
Hmm.
Um, Mrs.
Did
Mrs.
did he
Mrs. Legs.
just
What was
did
that?
did he just jinx it? You know,
No, 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 no Jenks. No Jenks here.
no
Get out of here,
jinx.
Get out of here, Mirabelle. Get out.
No,
Uh,
but I think the
um,
Chiefs have a quarterback though,
they do.
so
They do. It's gonna be.
might be a little
It's
bit
gonna be a game.
might be a little rougher for them.
Mrs. Legs, big Eagles fan.
Mm,
There's going to be a lot of like screaming and yelling at the TV. A lot of pizza. Like that's the thing. Like during the playoffs, she's been eating pizza, so now she's got to eat pizza because the Eagles are winning. There's the cat, and so a lot of intense. Sunday's going to be very intense here in the Legs household. The AD wants to see you and get to know you. Oh.
It's
And look,
that's only for Wilson.
yeah, yeah, and if anybody out there wants to know how to get Rolex at the AD, do what Wilson does. You know.
Exactly.
Now look, Wilson has a lot of charm, right? I mean, he always says the right things. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Everybody likes Wilson. So, if you might be at a disadvantage because not everybody's going to like you, but they do. Everybody
Mhm.
likes Wilson. They love Wilson. So
Yep.
they roll out the red carpet for him. They surprise him. Oh, we have. What do you? Are you free? Do you want to come down this afternoon? We may have something for you. Oh, moi? Wilson says. Yes, you. And then he comes down, and then
You
goes
get a
with
Rolex or two,
he gets a Rolex.
or
You know,
two.
hmm.
yeah, with his crew. Detroit Spartan and Craig G. Like all the guys, they go down together. They give each other
Yeah.
high fives, smoke a cigar. Um,
Hmm.
Rolex technically does not have a waiting list. Their ADs have an interest list, and everybody tells them they'll take any stainless steel model. That's true, Jay. Like I talked to my guy, and I believe him. He's like, there's really no like waiting list. Um,
Hmm.
from what I remember the conversation, I mean, he had like little note cards, right? And he made a note card for me and wrote me what I'm interested. And to his credit, he said this. He's like, I'll get you whatever you want. It just depends on when I get it. You know what I mean? And so, and then like I think like if something comes in, he may not have first dibs to be able to call up people in his like little list. You know what I mean? His role. I'm saying that there's no list, but I'm mentioning the list. Um, but so there's that's going on, and I don't know if that's true with every AD or boutique, but that's the kind of thing that the scenario that was going on that I was picking up on. Like I think he was trying to clue me in and let me know a little bit of like what it's really like. Keith is saying, "I'm happy for you, Rob, but going in twice a month to make small talk would be torture for me." Um,
Well, I
If
mean,
I
I'm
live
also shopping
mm,
here and there.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's not just to say hi.
that's what I do. I mean, I usually time it with like if I need to purchase anything or return something, that's when I go in.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't go like like 20 miles one way just to say hey and hi.
Was that Wilson that just called it an interest list? Well, when you're going in twice a month, you're interested.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I'd
There you
agree
go.
with
was
that. It's an
changed. Yeah.
interest list.
Oh, that's James. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
have
Kevin.
that, but
Oh,
I'd be interested. You never in. Okay. Joey B, especially since I built a relationship, bought a watch I ultimately didn't want, and now they lost their Rolex sign. Oof. Okay.
mm,
This is bad stuff, Joey. Doesn't look good. Jinxing time.
Am says I pay $100 not to go there tomorrow. Okay.
Uh,
I'm jumping in. It seems like I'm jumping in mid conversations here. Um, there is no gender fluidity in that man. Oh, okay. Now I'm catching up. Okay, I know where we're going at. See, this is where the intern. I need this guy. I need him. Like I'm talking. I'm picking up comments 8 minutes
he
ago.
could have he could have grabbed the first comment that
Yeah, but
started
that's
that.
that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need,
Hmm.
like, look. I mean, this is a not the easiest thing to run a one man show here. I mean, I know you guys are here, and it's very very helpful for me. Trust me. But I'm trying to keep the conversation going. I'm trying to read the comments, and the intern was like, "I want to work for you, Bobby Legs, but I can't work on Tuesdays, and like I'm only available every other Friday." I'm like, and then he gets you well deserved, Rob. He gets you coffee. But I mean, no coffee. I have to go get up from this chair, walk 5 feet over there, and hit the
Right.
button and do my own coffee. Like that's
Grab
yeah,
a grab a
you
cookie,
borrowed.
yeah.
grab a
What
cookie,
am
and come
what am
back.
I?
Yeah.
What am I an animale? Like I need the intern.
You'll get your intern soon, like
Yeah.
permanently.
I think I have to go to monster.com and just like put up an ad or something like that. Is that where is that Dave? Is that where the kids go? Um,
I think
for
so.
yeah.
Hold on, is Monster still a thing?
That tells you how long ago I've looked for. Well, I mean, I have a job, but that's a long time since I've had to interview. Um, Kevin,
TikTok.
has TikTok. Are you serious?
I
People,
don't know. Maybe that's where the kids are. I mean, we are all watching TikTok reels, people dancing around, doing shuffle moves. So yeah,
shuffle those. It says I do enjoy going to my favorite AD. Always something new to see there, including a nice pre-owned section. But they don't sell any hard to get brands.
Hmm.
Um, okay.
I think I'm gonna be a hypocrite and say I'm pivoting away from Rolex a bit. Once I get the Pepsi, I think I'll be done for a while. Again, I'm not saying that I won't buy or get on the list for one, but I think my interests have diversified into too many other watches.
Yeah.
And if I put the money up for Rolex, it's like I'll get tied down.
So I think I'm with you on that tip. At one point about a year or so ago, I was like obsessed, Rolex obsessed, right? And that's all I kind of wanted. And so the trick was for me to get out of that, right? Out of that mindset because it could be like very very disappointing, very very stressful. Although I mean, am I really getting myself stressed out about waiting for a I mean, it's silly, right? It's silly. But if I don't get the Pepsi, I'm at a point where like that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Would I like one?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But if I don't get it, or if it's not on my timeline, that's okay. That's totally okay. You know, I see so many watches that come in for review that I kind of get that fix anyway with like something new. So
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
I
But
honestly, I know myself. Even though I complain so much about Grand Seiko, I'll keep buying them.
yeah,
And
it's your favorite brand, right? I mean, you
11th
admit
one.
that.
I mean, again, I don't keep watches, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a keeper. But my 11th one is coming in from Japan, so
Mm-hmm.
11th Seiko or Grand Seiko?
Grand Seiko.
Grand
Oh no,
Seiko.
no, Seiko is a totally different number. Wow,
Seiko is a
goodness.
different number. I don't
Seiko,
remember
we're
what the
we're
number
in three
is.
digits
Yeah,
because
he's
Yeah,
no
yeah, we're three digits.
for three
Seiko.
digits for definitely did right. 3 digits, Seiko. Yeah,
yeah. Yes.
but I mean it's rotate. I mean like not you don't have like 100 Seikos at the moment. You just like you
I
wear it,
keep
you enjoy the
rotating out of
experience.
watches.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I wish I'd want to keep a cupboard full of watches. Yes, but my budget doesn't allow so.
yeah.
And
Do you,
but
do
You can't focus just on Rolex in this
mm,
hobby
mm-hmm.
because it'll be disappointing. And there's so many other great brands out
Oh
there.
yeah.
I just
Mm-hmm.
picked up a first generation Planet Ocean
Mm-hmm.
Omega, and I was played with that. Picked up a Panerai
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
late last year. So yeah, play around with the different brands out there.
Yeah, for sure.
IWCs,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be lying if I wasn't looking at an IWC yesterday.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing was I thought, oh man, what if I get a call? What if I get a call for
Yeah.
for the Cermet? And so that backed me off from looking at that IWC,
Yeah.
closely because I'm like, your collection's great. Kind of back off and be patient.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you got to be patient.
Yeah. It's almost like you have to like every once in a while do a check on yourself, right? I mean, like look at your collection. Your collection's great, right?
Yeah,
You got a good collection here. Take it easy. Be
yeah.
patient. But I mean, that's I don't have patience. It's hard. And Dib, I know you don't have patience. But do you
oh,
see
I
yourself?
don't.
But do you see yourself one day like curating a collection, like having made holding on to pieces for long periods of time, or for as or ever?
Depends on the watch.
Mm.
So I traded my Grand Seiko Blue Ivote for the Peacock,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a watch I will definitely rebuy because as I was packing it up and driving to the FedEx shop, my heart sank. I mean, it sank like a stone. I mean, I was telling Chaz, why did I do it? Like why the hell did I have to trade it? I should have just bought the Peacock. So I can see myself curating the collection and keeping pieces for farther, longer than what I usually do. Like for example, I have the Panerai, I have the Saab, and they have been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I think the intern is washing some
Yeah,
dishes.
the intern is putting dishes in the dishwasher. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Dib.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, 5 years from now, I hope to have at least a core collection that I keep. It's also dictated by the amount of money I'd lose on a watch. So, for example, I bought the Panerai at the height of the market. So I paid a lot more money than it's worth now. So if I were to,
What's the matter, Dib?
I'm, I'm sorry. Look,
Somebody had a tea party. There's
nah,
a
I mean,
lot of teacups being put away right now.
Kevin's comments cracked me up.
Oh, that.
Uh, okay, okay,
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. Dib. What do you think about and Rob? What do you think about this new Grand Seiko release? Um,
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this case, but I really like this watch. I can't wear it;
do
it's
you?
too big. But
Yeah,
the dial is very busy, but
yeah,
busy in a very Grand Seiko sort of way.
Hmm.
So I really like this watch.
yeah. Rob, what say you?
I'm not a fan of the pushers.
Yeah, let me see if I get some.
These are much better than the cow teats. You know, the ones which poke out. These are much better. I mean, look at it.
It is busy. It's looking like with the birch dial with all those sub registers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good watch. Very expensive. I'm sure it's gonna be above 11 grand. I don't know the price. I haven't looked at the article yet, but it's not gonna be cheap.
16.8 millimeters. Like, so, I take it that the seconds here on the not. Yeah, yeah. So this is the I'm a little bothered by the amount, the subdial layout, and then the power reserve here. I dig the power reserve typically on these spring drive movements, but with this much going on, and then you have spring drive. I don't know why they had to have those that text air spring drive. We know it's a
Hmm.
spring drive typically when we see the power reserve on the Grand Seiko. I do like the dial texture itself. I think it's really cool. I'm also happy that the pushers are not the cow teats that Dib referred to previous versions. Um, I've never heard that description on chrono pushers before, but hey, I like the alliteration. So I don't know, man. It's a big boy too, right? And
It's a pretty big, watch. It's like 40, 44 and half, I think.
yeah,
So it stands out.
yeah, for sure. When I think Grand Seiko, like the last thing I think about is chrono. I think dressier pieces.
Hmm.
I think beautiful polishing. And I'm sure that this has great polishing. I'm sure it does. Great dials, which it does. But I just don't think chrono. It's just to me. I just don't put them together. And so like
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
there's a lot going on there, and mostly it's dictated by how the movement was retrofitted. And essentially, it has a GMT function, a power reserve,
Mm-hmm.
a chronograph. So I don't think this movement was developed from the ground up to be a chrono. I think it was first a spring drive, and
Mm-hmm.
then they kept adding on the modules to it, and
Mm.
it's like one of those Glasuta watches where there's like cutouts in every zone for their
Yeah.
perpetual handlers.
Yeah.
It just looks odd. It's the same way,
Yeah.
it's more function over form. But I'll say this: this watch is not a big seller, and this is expensive because I looked up the price. It's 13,400 euros.
Wow.
You'll get this for 8 grand in like 4 months because they can't sell these because I know my local mayor's has one of these pieces with the blue bezel, the blue ceramic bezel and the blue dial, and that was very limited, like less than 400 pieces. I don't remember the exact number, and they still have it, So these don't sell very well. I think Grand Seiko's sweet spot when it comes to watches is pretty much between 4,500 to 7K. Those are the watches which are their volume sellers. You know,
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, it's too much going on there. You've got the GMT and the chronograph, and you get the Grand Seiko spring drives to watch that smooth second hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not
again,
gonna have the smooth second hand
Yeah.
unless you start the chronograph, which you shouldn't.
No, no.
Yeah,
I think the 9 o'clock is the seconds, right?
yeah. The
That
second
little
time
Yeah.
is
baby
9 o'clock.
thing, that
Yeah,
little
I
baby
know.
thing's going to
Yeah.
be
Exactly.
smooth.
Exactly.
Worth
Yeah.
every penny retail? Yes. But does the market say so? Probably no. Like there's so many watches out there which are worth every penny of their retail value. For example, let's say the Brigade Tradition, but they suffer massively because they don't have a big market for it and not a lot of people buy it, right? So, whether it's worth it or not, it's debatable. I certainly believe it has its merits. Is it 13,400? Probably no. I would see this price at around 11. Obviously, there has to be a premium for it. The Evolution 9 case, with so many complications, but 13.4 euros. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah. Agreed. Looks like we'll do a couple more. Looks like Vacheron is jumping in the Panda.
Honestly, I have a hot take, and I know it's gonna
Yes.
piss people off.
Do it.
When I first saw this model from a distance, I thought, nice Tissot PRX. I mean, again, like from
Hmm.
a distance, I'm
All
not
right.
saying I, looked at it closely,
Hmm.
but look at the date cutout. I'm like, that offends me. Ah, who likes a date cutout there?
Mm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, I don't mind it.
yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not a
hear
big
you though.
fan of
I
this.
hear you. Rob, what do you think? You like it?
Yeah, it's all right. I
Yeah.
don't dislike it, but you know, it's out of my ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, look, 32, 4.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Um, Dib, you're a resident Formex expert. Are you happy with this new dial
Uh,
color?
I'm not sure. It,
It
it's
kind of looks pretty cool here with, I guess, in low light.
Hmm.
I think it's 66 pieces, so I'm pretty sure it'll sell out or it's already sold out. But I'm not sure on this color because in the Formex group, when they launch, so anytime you want to buy a Formex, if you're in the Facebook group, which is pretty much run by the CEO and his team, they give you a sneak preview 24 hours before this is launched.
Yeah.
Um, So they had a bottle of wine. I don't know whether it was a Chianti or something. I'm not a wine expert, but they essentially equated the dial color to that wine.
Mm,
I'm not
mm.
sure. Probably if I could, get some live pictures, maybe. But I don't know. I'll have to pass on that color, I think.
Um, Last question of the night, Dib. When you eat honey balls, what kind of wine do you drink with it?
What?
I'm just saying, like, I
You
know you're not
don't.
a wine expert, but
You don't. First of all, I can't do this. You don't drink wine with gulab jamun, not honey balls.
what about warm milk? Like a little like a nice little warm milk. Would that be right, Rob? I mean, warm
Yeah.
milk and
No,
honey balls. That no.
Yeah, I
no.
could see
You
that.
can
I could
make
not see
the
wine.
you can make the gulab jamuns with milk. That's a different product.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then it would make sense just to have like a nice little warm milk, maybe a little. No.
Dude, no, no.
Okay.
What is the perfect beverage? What's the preferred beverage? Tea?
I don't think there's any preferred beverage after
Chai
that.
tea,
Tea, all right, tea.
a chai latte,
Oh God, you lost me there again. Thank you for not saying the full name.
chai tea latte.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, never mind.
Well, guys, it's time to wrap it up. Thank you, Rob. Congratulations again on
Thank
your
you.
recent pickup, your pickup today. Awesome watch.
Again,
I'm so
be
happy for
nice
you.
and have patience.
Yeah, yeah. They,
Yeah.
they, Sure words. Yeah, for sure. Dib, thank you so much. We're gonna get to the bottom of it next time of what the
Mhm.
perfect drink is with honey balls, as well as the right recipe for Dib to score a Pepsi next time. We're gonna get everybody's opinion. So a little homework. Hopefully the intern shows up on Friday. Um,
Hmm.
I think he's got big plans. I mean, he talks about having big plans, but I don't see any plans. So, anyway, chat, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, guys. Good night, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care.
See you all. Bye.
See you guys.